of us working towards a support plan, the association can take steps to end the tenancy. Now, here's what the problem I have is. The support plan is like a care plan, a CPA. And since I've moved in here, I was told I'd be out in a few weeks because I was a vulnerable adult, a victim of crime, and I had a secure tenancy. And if anyone from this building even came into my building, they'd lose my job, and I wouldn't have to enter into a care plan agreement. Now, I never entered into a care plan agreement, and breaking the terms of a care plan agreement subjects me to eviction. I cannot be subjected to eviction to the terms of a care plan agreement because that agreement isn't there. What have you got to say to that?
Ronan, you were referred to us by Path Team, similar to other residents who were referred to us. You were not referred to us only just for a few weeks. We have no record of that. We are aware that you had your tenancy in general needs, you had difficulties.
Okay,
and
I can see what's happening is you're dribbling along what you think the facts are, and I presented something to you and you've ignored it. I was giving a notice of eviction according to not going along with a support plan. That support plan that keys into the tenancy agreement doesn't apply to me because I never opted for that support plan. That's number one. Number two, please let me finish. This is very, very important. Number two, you said according to the PATH application. The PATH application was for a vulnerable adult that was a knifing victim to be moved on quickly. Now, the social worker never moved me on. You never moved me on. It was allowed to expire. The PATH plan I had required no care plan agreement or support plan. I was being in and out very quickly because of my vulnerability in being in danger in the previous place I lived in, not my vulnerability, and I need support in my daily living. So you allowed that PATH application to expire, and I didn't even know it existed. Why didn't you tell me it existed, and why did you allow it to expire?
All referrals here are people who have a support need. Yeah? And you were referred to us on that basis. Yeah? Hence, we wanted you to engage with the Gold Hook Road staff.
Okay, we'll end this point here because he's going according to his idea of the type of PATH client I was and moved in under, and that's different to the actual PATH application I had. And I who allowed it to expire. He didn't even tell me about it. Okay, here goes. Next bit. I want to get this over with quickly. You expressed your unhappiness about measures taken regarding the repair of your cooker, that you received a letter stating that the repair could only be done to your cooker if your cooker was cleaned, and I didn't want ongoing monitoring to support me every day in cleaning my cooker. Now, here's the problem I put to you. You carry out weekly health and safety checks, etc. My cooker that you said wasn't clean actually was, because my community support worker looked at it, she verified it was clean, and John gave an odd phone call to look ahead about my cooker being unclean when it was clean. This is mental illness, looking at a clean cooker, saying it's unclean, and you're going to send people into my flat each night to help me clean my cooker. My cooker was clean, it's still clean. You can't be coming up with excuses like that not to carry out repairs or attach in some type of support team into my home that say I allowed it when I didn't allow it and some excuse over the cleaning of the cooker. I put to you that my cooker was clean.
Ronan, if you read a bit down the letter, what it says is, we are required to do health and safety check. And I said that we're happy to do the health and safety check jointly, the time and dates which is suitable to you, you know.
Okay, I understand.
Yeah, so, you know, we're trying to meet you halfway and how we can do, you know, what we are supposed to do, because we are expected to do health and safety checks. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Here goes again. There seems to be a unifying theme going through here of him dribbling on about support, attached to me being in here under a PATH plan. Stop. Basically, the so-called support would help me coming in each week to do my health and safety checks as part of supporting me with the type of client I am. There's two groups here. There is the Housing Association, Look Ahead Property, and then there's a care group. Now the care group shouldn't come near me, and every time they come near me, it's under the justification of their concern and care and the care plan. Now, two things. Number one, in the absence of the fact that I'm a client to this care group, I come under the terms of the tenancy. I get the same rights as any other tenant. Coming into my home every week to check out my cooker and to check out my fire alarm, doing weekly checks is wrong. By law, the gas gets checked once every 2 years. I get a receipt for the checking of the gas. Do excuse me. Stop, don't interrupt me. I get a receipt for the checking of the gas once every 2 years. And by law, they can't come more than that to ensure that's not used as a way of harassing clients by the landlord. Now, you don't get your gas checked every 2 weeks or every 2 months. I get it checked every few weeks, even though I've taken the receipt. And by law, as a tenant, you're not supposed to come back for 2 years. But you get around it by saying, well, I'm not a tenant, I'm a client under a care plan. Your care plan group, I'm a tenant to the property group. The unifying theme of coming into my home under a care plan is wrong because I haven't agreed to the care plan. What have you got to say to that? The care plan doesn't exist, and at best, it's an ongoing thing that can stop any time. I haven't agreed to it.
This place is supported housing. This is not general needs. You used to live in general needs where it is housing and no support provided, whereas here is supported housing, support housing. So we do both, yeah? As Look Ahead, as the landlord, we have a responsibility, and as a support provider as well. Yeah.
Okay. The only way they could get us into a place like this under very high support. High support usually means less liberty. In other words, you're almost putting yourself into a prison when you lose all that liberty. Now, nobody would agree to this voluntarily. So what they do is, once we're in here, they start knocking on our doors, and we have to agree to this. And there's nothing, well, they can't make us do it. And then all of a sudden, out of the smallest thing, all of a sudden, there's a cosy chat or something. We lose our liberty. We're in the hospital. One way or the other, they get us in the hospital in the first few months we're here. And in order to get out and get our liberty, what happens is we have to agree to a care plan to exit. Now, here's the problem. When they do a sanity test, those sanity tests, they always lock us up on lies. And what happens is, do you hear voices? No, I don't hear voices. Are you in a happy place? Yes, I'm in a happy place. Then they ask you a trick question at the end of the sanity test. The trick question is, are you agreeable or disagreeable with the care we may provide? All this time they're ratcheting up the stress. A person thinking the test is over is in a state of uncertainty, which is disagreeable. And thinking the test is over, are you going to be disagreeable with any decision we might make? They think that's ridiculous. And in a state of uncertainty, in that psychological state, they always answer disagreeable. But we have learned this trick over time, and with my Asperger's, I'm very good at being objective. I said agreeable, I passed the sanity test, I was locked up in a lie. Now, all of this about coming in here under support plan, and once you're in here, everybody comes in with their eyes open under support plan is a lie. Because everyone who comes in here within a short period gets sectioned under a lie. And then we have to come out with the forced plan forced on us. The fact that it's forced on us means there's a lack of agreement, which means those support plans are illegal. And you're taking people hostage, and they're also committing medical assault.
Okay.
I was re-diagnosed with Asperger's.
Okay, Ronan. My understanding from what you're saying is, you can you let me finish first?
I don't know what's going on here.
Okay, you finish then first.
Okay.
Now, what I'm saying is, you're interested just in housing and not the support, or as you call it, the care package that has nothing to do with you, say. Then let's do something about your housing, whether to find you another accommodation. We talk and liaise with the council to find you another